Hello. This is a channeled message meant to find you whenever it finds you. So the tarot cards we have for this reading are the Fool, Page of Pentacles, and Ace of Wands. Okay. Spirit is showing me that this is somebody who's going on a new business adventure, or you're investing into a recent change that you've implemented, and right now it's at its birth. Like you just started this, or everything is starting to fruit. With the Page of Pentacles and Ace of Wands, there is a lot of implications of something new here. Oh, and the Fool too. So 3 cards that imply newness. Okay, so when I look at the Fool card, I see that he has like the stick and then his bag on the stick, and I feel like that's technically what both of these are. Like if the pentacle was at the end of the stick, it's just telling me that you have all the materials ready for some type of process, some type of business, some type of plan that you're going to act out in the physical world. And it looks like it's ready to exist. Okay, so right now you're being asked to not hold back in regard to this. I feel like you know that this is a leap of faith and that it could go anywhere, but I think Spirit is asking you to approach this wholeheartedly and take this jump excitedly because, well, fear and anxiety are the same emotion as excitement. When you are anxious about something, you're technically also excited about it. It just depends on how you frame your mind in regards to this. With that Fool here, I see you're about to take that plunge, and it feels more exciting than it is anxiety. But just understand that if you have the feeling of anxiousness, it is normal and that's fine. But look forward to this process because you know that it will find success and that it will take root, that it will take hold. So let's get some clarifiers for this. Spirit, can you tell me a little bit more about the Fool? Why is the Fool here? I heard an idea that came from your passions. This is something that you're good at and you have all the materials for. Maybe this is some type of creative business. It's like the impression that I'm getting is that at some point you looked around and took stock of what you have and you realized that you could make something out of it, or like you just have the materials for a business. Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's say that you're classically trained as a baker. It's like one day you woke up in your kitchen, you looked around and you realized you had all these ingredients to make a bunch of cupcakes, and you have like just everything ready to go. You just need to figure out how to plan it or how to sell it. I'm seeing it's something similar to this, where it's like you look around, you realize you already had all the materials around you, and it's just a matter of packaging it properly and then putting it out there into the world to be seen or observed. And this is something that you're passionate about, something that you already had the materials for. I use baking as an example, but let's say it could be that you're a painter. Let's say you have like a lot of blank canvases, a lot of paint. It's like all of a sudden you got really inspired to paint or just to create something. Either way, it's something in the physical world that you're inspired by, something that you have a lot of passion for. So once again, let's clarify what the Fool is. Why is the Fool here? You got 10 of Cups, King of Cups, and King of Swords. That's pretty awesome. So the way that the first two cards, I feel like it feels like a pair, like they came out intentionally almost together. Ten of Cups represents happiness, not just for yourself, but for the people around you. And with the King of Cups here, it feels like you're in this position where it's like you gave your subjects happiness. Like just something that you're sharing. Specifically, I see it comes from the heart. It looks like it inspires people or makes them happy, or they're enjoying what you have to offer. And a part of this came from understanding and knowing how to put it out there. Okay. I see the sword and the cup as both very like classic occult tools. A part of it is understanding with discernment what your next action is, but I also see that you're leading with your heart. Something about a balanced approach to the mind and heart and being active with it, that is to say, you're testing things, you're doing things, and you're figuring out the process for it. I see you carving your path and perfecting it in a way. So normally it's like through trial and error, but for some reason I'm getting the impression that you already went through a lot of trial and error regarding whatever this passion or whatever this skill is. So you're actually at the point where you can like let it out into the world, or you can let it be seen. A part of it is just figuring out how. It's weird because these are both like masculine cards, but I also am getting the feminine aspect of attraction. Like you putting it out there attracts people. Okay, so the attraction is the second part, is what I'm hearing. The first part is understanding how to just land it, how to just put it out there to begin with, even if you're not sure, even if you might feel afraid, to just put it there, because there might be a sense of procrastination or trying to figure out what the perfect start is. You're being implored to just start anyways, because it doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be. Because once it is, the right people will come towards you, or you will understand how to carve it out, how to perfect this craft. Not even in like not even that you're doing it wrong, but like perfecting how to present it, perfecting how to be the masculine aspect, as in like the projector of this thing. So let's move on to these other two cards. I'm gonna ask Spirit, why is Page of Pentacles here? Can you tell me more about the Page of Pentacles? All right, so the cards that we have are Knight of Swords, Temperance, and the Sun. Okay, I got a visual in my mind's eye. What I saw is someone who has like a giant bag of seeds and they're just scattering it everywhere. And they're looking at where the seeds take root. And it takes a lot of time and perhaps a bit of effort. But eventually the person who's planting these seeds, they'll figure out which areas of soil are the best and which ones are not as good. I see that. Okay, so even though you're at the beginning, understand that this will take time and effort for it to grow. And right now, it's more about quantity and putting it out there as much as you can before the quality of it, because the quality, like it arrives in time. And I'm getting that like you have it so much in abundance, you have it so much already ready, that if you just keep putting it out there, it will eventually take root and hold. To treat it as though like it's almost like being stubborn, like you just keep putting it out there, you just keep insisting yourself, doing your own thing, and eventually it finds the right fertile soil. So if you're like trying to sell something, this could be for like the right buyers. If this is about like say let's say you're trying to develop some type of teaching course, it's like finding the right students. Something about the consistent effort in putting yourself there, you'll see how it works, and you'll see how it you'll see the right next steps to do it. But one of the key aspects to this is that you're enjoying the process, enjoying just putting yourself out there, enjoying the journey of it. With the Knight of Swords, it feels like just boldly going out there. And with Temperance, Temperance comes after the Knight of Swords, so I feel like the Temperance, the balancing aspect, you'll figure out in time. But again, it just takes time. It just takes practice and a bit of patience. So we'll clarify that last card. Spirit, can you tell me more on the Ace of Wands? Why is the Ace of Wands here? Okay, internally I heard transforming your passion into something that you can use. It's yours to take. Why not go for it? All right, so the cards that we have to clarify Ace of Wands are the Empress, Wheel of Fortune, and Nine of Wands. Okay. So Empress and Wheel of Fortune, they're telling me that there is a lot of abundance on this path. Once again, though, it's just gonna take some time, effort, or energy. Okay, so they're saying that regarding to this idea, the idea will evolve, change over time, but you won't know the right next step to do until you take the small steps. Like, this thing is meant to evolve. This plan is meant to change over time. And there's something about just sitting, doing it, and then it's like I see this balance between masculinity and femininity. The masculine aspect is the one who does the thing, and then the feminine aspect is the one who responds and waits. There's something about shifting between doing, then sitting and seeing what happens, and then course correcting that's involved in this. But I do see such a great potential, specifically in a monetary type of way. But again, it will just take some time for it to develop or to take root. And the way that I see it from this Nine of Wands is that there's a saying, the master has failed more times than the student has tried. If you look at it, he's holding the one wand, which I feel is like your ace, but people don't know the failures, the attempts that you've had to make in order to have this idea, in order to get whatever this product is perfected. It's weird because it feels like something that you've developed for a while, but it also still feels like the beginning of it. So take that as it resonates, but understand that what you have is already good. Just keep putting it out there. Keep trying different ways to like express it and adjust as necessary, understanding that this trial of error is a part of the process. And as long as you're enjoying it, the success will come towards you. So that's everything I'm seeing for this reading. If this resonates, please leave me a comment. I would love to hear about it. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.